Write down one question related to resistance color coding, how to find out the value of the resistance. Write down the question. A resistor has a color band sequence. A resistor has the color band sequence. First color is, means first band is orange. I'm writing here. Second band is, screen is visible to all of you? Yes, students, it's visible.
Yes, ma'am, visible.
Okay. First color is orange. Second band, that is second color is again orange. Third band or third color is gold. That is your multiplier. And fourth band or fourth color is also of gold. That is your tolerance. All of you know what is the description of color coding, resistance color coding. First band specifies the digit. Second also describes the digit. Third one is your multiplier. And fourth one is tolerance. Now you have to find out the value of the resistance. My question is clear to you? Yes, question clear hai?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Tell me kitna value आएगी?
33 into 10 to the power 3.
Orange
Plus
means
minus
3,
5%.
third desert 33. What about gold? Multiplier as gold के लिए कितना है? It's 10 raised to power minus 1. For gold, multiplier is 10 raised to power minus 1. What about tolerance of gold? Yes.
Plus minus 5%.
Plus minus 5%. That is the value of the resistance. Is that clear, students? I'm again repeating, you have to learn the resistance color coding. What is the sequence of the deserts first to 9, 0 to 9. Then what is the description of color bands? First band specify the desert. First desert specify कर रहा है. Similarly, second desert भी, second color band भी specify करेगा desert. Third one is your multiplier. Whether you want to multiply with 10 raised to power 0, 1 up to so on 9. Or 10 raised to power minus 1 and 10 raised to power minus 2 for gold and silver. And last one is your tolerance. Now any question in this? Any doubt?
मैम इसका चार्ट दिखा दो
You see, this is a chart. Okay, orange digit is 3. And multiplier for gold is 0.1. That is also we can write it like this, 10 raised to power minus 1. And what about the tolerance in percentage for gold? That is plus minus 5%. Is that clear? Yes, friends.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now next. Your next topic is semiconductor physics. All of you know what do you mean by semiconductor? Yes. Have you heard about semiconductor, insulators, conductors?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you tell me the comparison between these three? Yes, say yes or no. First one is conductor,
Yes, sir,
second
yes,
is insulator, and third one is semiconductor. Yes, Vishal.
ma'am, conductor is very good.
Yes. Good conductor of
मैम इजीली कंडक्ट कर लेता है इलेक्ट्रिसिटी को. जो
yes,
इंसुलेटर है वो
electricity. Good conductor means good conduction is there. Conduction कैसे होएगी? That means there is a good movement of electrons. जहाँ पे flow of electrons होएगा, वहाँ पे conduction ज़्यादा होएगी, current ज़्यादा flow करेगा. Are you getting my point? Yes, rest all students.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Second is insulators. अब insulators क्या है?
Bad conductor of electricity.
Bad conductor of electricity. That means there is poor conduction. Poor conduction means movement of electron is less as compared to conductors. हम कहें कि बिल्कुल भी movement of electrons नहीं हो रही. That means current does not flow. You can see here that is a closed circuit. आप देख सकते हो यहाँ पे आपने ये क्या है? What is this? Observe it.
Battery.
बैटरी. ओके, तो ये हम इसे ऑन ऑफ करना है इस अप्लायंस को. तो यहाँ पे एक शॉर्ट सर्किट स्विच लगा दिया. अब उस स्विच को आप ऑफ करोगे तो आपका जो सर्किट है वो ओपन होएगा. अगर मैं स्विच को ऑन कर दूं दैट मींस इट्स अ क्लोज सर्किट. क्लोज सर्किट मींस करंट विल फ्लो. That is the example of conductor. And here it's an open circuit. There is no switch. That means switch is an open state, off है. That means there is no conduction. कोई movement of electrons नहीं हो रही. That's why कोई current flow नहीं करेगा. Now third one is semiconductor. Yes. Yes. Any one of you?
मैम इसकी कंडक्टिविटी लेवल कंडक्टर और इंसुलेटर के इन बिटवीन होती है.
In between the insulators and conductors means we can say whose conductivity is less than conductor but more than insulator. जिसमें conductivity insulator से ज्यादा होगी but conductor से कम होगी. Second, we can say semiconductors are neither good conductors nor good insulator. So these are called as semiconductors. Clear है? Yes, Rajinder, Sonali, Sushant, or Shivam.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Of example, any one example of conductor. है ये आपने सामने example लिखी हुई है ना? Already mentioned in this slide. Yes, Vishal.
कॉपर मैम कॉपर.
Aluminium, silver.
एल्यूमिनियम.
ये आपके कंडक्टर्स के एग्जांपल है. And what about insulator?
Rubber.
रबड़.
हाँ जी.
रबड़ प्लास्टिक.
Rubber, glass, quartz. These are the examples of insulators. And third one is a semiconductor. Silicon, germanium,
सिलिकॉन,
carbon.
गैलियम.
Yes. Clear है? Mainly आपका जो electronic devices subjected starts from this semiconductor physics. Semiconductor physics means solid state physics. Deals with three kinds of materials that are conductors, insulators, and semiconductors. Done? Now your next topic is structure of an atom. This is an orbital model of atomic structure. Have you heard about this? आपने ये देखा है कहीं पे? In +1, +2 or lead students and BTech in first year regular student. Have you seen this structure? Yes, Vishal.
+1 +2 में देखा था. ध्यान में.
Yes,
That
ma'am.
is Bohr's
वाला ना?
atomic model.
एटॉमिक न्यूक्लियस.
Do you remember?
मैम शेल वगैरह होते थे इसमें इलेक्ट्रॉन की
Yes.
पोजीशन होती थी.
That is Bohr's atomic model. You can
Bohr
draw it on
figure.
your notebook. Please draw it on your notebook. Do it fast. This one is your nucleus. यहाँ पे लिखा है it's nucleus. Now see here the value of n is 1, 2, 3, 4 up to so on. What is n? That is shell number. E1, E2, E3, E4. E1 is the energy of first shell. E2 is the energy of second shell, then third, then fourth, up to so on. E is energy of shell. Now, when we are talking about matter, please draw it on your notebook and respond once done. Have you drawn? हाँ जी, कर लिया। हाँ जी बच्चे, ड्रॉ कर लिया। ओके, अब देखो स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ एन एटम. Atom is the most fundamental unit of matter. Now, it's a Bohr atomic model. According to Bohr's model, the atomic structure has a nucleus at the origin. Atomic model के structure के origin पे center में क्या होएगा? Nucleus. And about which a number of small particles called electrons move in orbit. और orbit में small number of particles revolve करेंगे, move करेंगे, that is called as electrons. I am writing here electrons. एक है, एक से ज्यादा, कितने electrons कर रहे हैं? Small number of particles. And nuclei of all elements. जो न्यूक्लियाई होगा हर एलिमेंट का, वेदर इट्स अ सिलिकॉन, जर्मेनियम, बट एक्सेप्ट हाइड्रोजन, हाइड्रोजन को छोड़ के, जिसमें सिर्फ 2 टाइप्स ऑफ पार्टिकल्स होते हैं. वन इज प्रोटॉन. हाइड्रोजन में जो एटॉमिक नंबर होता है दैट इज, यस, कितना होता है हाइड्रोजन में?
1.
तो उसमें क्या होता है? Nuclei of all elements except hydrogen contains 2 types of particle, that is protons. Protons means which are positively charged, and neutrons. Neutron means which are electrically neutral. Neutral means having no charge. One is proton and second one is neutron, or we can say neutral, having no charge. And when we are talking about electrons, electrons are having negative charge. तो यहाँ पे मैंने ये लिखा हुआ है electrons. Protons means positive charge. Now electrons are negative charge and is 50 times higher or 50 times lighter than a proton. We can say, please note down this point, most important point. Electrons are negatively charged and is 50 times lighter than a proton. जो आपका इलेक्ट्रॉन होएगा वो 50 times 50 times lighter than proton or neutron. Is that clear? सबसे ज्यादा वेट किसका होएगा अगर हम बात करें in terms of lighting, or we can say heavier, that is proton. So the number of orbiting electrons are same as that of number of protons in its nucleus. जितने हमारे number of protons होंगे, अगर मैं बोलूं कि मेरे इस shell में, see here in this shell, that is first shell, here number of protons are 2, that means number of electrons are also 2. Is that clear what I am saying? Yes.
मैम रिपीट करना.
I'm again repeating. This one is your first shell. You can see here E1, that is n is equal to 1. अगर इसमें number of protons मेरे 2 है, that means positive charge. मैं बोलूँ कि मेरे number of protons यहाँ पे 2 है, तो मेरे number of electrons भी same होने चाहिए, that is 2. Is that clear? Yes. You can say yes or no.
मैम शेल में ना?
Shell me, yes.
Okay मैम, yes.
So that's why from this theory, atomic number definition is generated, that is the number of protons in an atom or number of electrons in a neutral atom is called as its atomic number. जैसे आपने बोला हाइड्रोजन का 1 होता है, सिलिकॉन का 14 होता है. Is that clear? What is the atomic number? That means number of protons in an atom or number of electrons in a neutral atom, that is called atomic number. Another definition is mass number, where the number of protons and neutrons is referred to as mass number of an atom. And mass number क्या represent करता है? That represents the actual weight of an atom. Mass number represents the actual weight of an atom. Mass number. Please note down this term. That is called mass number. After this, read this one. Electrons revolve around the nucleus in different orbits. In different orbits, so the electrons in each permitted orbit having a fixed amount of energy. हर ऑर्बिट में, हर शेल में एक फिक्स अमाउंट ऑफ एनर्जी होएगा. जैसे मैंने यहाँ लिखा इट्स E1, E2, E3, E4. जितना ज्यादा ऑर्बिट बड़ा होएगा, लार्जर द ऑर्बिट, दैट मीन्स जितना ज्यादा रेडियस ज्यादा होएगा, लार्जर रेडियस ऑफ ऑर्बिट, दैट मीन्स द ग्रेटर इज द एनर्जी ऑफ एन इलेक्ट्रॉन. यहाँ देखो E1 की एनर्जी, ये इसका शेल इतना है, ऑर्बिट इतना है, तो इसकी एनर्जी E1 है. नाउ सी E2. E2 energy is more than E1, and when E3 is more than E2 and E4 is more than E3. तो सबसे ज्यादा एनर्जी किसकी हुई? Out of these four, which one has the largest energy? Yes.
Which type of energy?
हाँ जी.
कौन सी एनर्जी?
E1, E2, E3, E4. There are 4 orbits or 4 shells. सबसे highest energy किसकी होगी? Yes, Vishal. Unmute yourself. I'm audible, students.
E1, मैम आई थिंक E1 ही होगी.
Here we have 4 shells and 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm saying जितना ज्यादा रेडियस ज्यादा लार्ज होगा, उस ऑर्बिट का जो एनर्जी है वो ज्यादा होएगा. नाउ टेल मी, इस शेल में, इस ऑर्बिट में सबसे ज्यादा एनर्जी किसकी है? Rest all students, you can also respond. Vishal.
मैम
हरमन.
E4.
हाँ जी सोनाली.
मैम E4.
E4. Why? Because yes, Rajinder is also true. It's E4 shell. Why? Because इसका जो रेडियस है वो ज्यादा है. जितना ज्यादा, अब मैं अगर इससे भी बाहर एक और शेल बना दूं, whose energy is E5, तो हम बोलेंगे E5 जो है इलेक्ट्रॉन, इस शेल की एनर्जी ज्यादा है. Is that clear? That is the structure of an atom. Second, you can also note down the point here. The electron is lifted to the higher orbit if additional some energy is given to it. मान लो मेरा इलेक्ट्रॉन यहाँ पे है, यहाँ पे है, मैं बना रही ये एक ही है. अब इस इलेक्ट्रॉन को हमने यहाँ मूव करना है और इसको भी यहाँ पे मूव करना है. हाउ वी कैन डू इट? इट्स ओनली पॉसिबल विद द हेल्प ऑफ एडिशनल एनर्जी. अगर आप उसे कोई एनर्जी प्रोवाइड करोगे तब भी आपका इलेक्ट्रॉन लिफ्ट करेगा फ्रॉम वन स्टेट टू अनदर. ये तो पता है ना सभी को? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. So an electron is lifted to the higher orbit if some additional energy is given to it. And that type of an atom is called as state of excitation. उसको क्या बोलते हैं? State of excitation. I am writing here. You can note down the point. State of excitation. उस स्टेट में आपका जो एटम है वो एक्साइट कर रहा है. दैट मीन्स वो एक्साइटेशन स्टेट में है, वर्किंग स्टेट में है. ओके. एंड दिस स्टेट डज नॉट लास्ट लॉन्ग सिंस द इलेक्ट्रॉन सून फॉल्स बैक. जब तक इलेक्ट्रॉन वापस अपनी स्टेट में नहीं आता ओरिजिनल स्टेट में, सपोज मैंने ये वाला इलेक्ट्रॉन यहाँ से यहाँ जंप किया, अब इसी इलेक्ट्रॉन को फिर से हमने यहाँ पे स्टेट पे लेके आना है, तो आपका जो एटम है वो सेम स्टेट में रहेगा, दैट इज अगेन एक्साइटेशन स्टेट। और जब ये फॉल बैक वापस आ गया अपनी स्टेट में, इट रेडिएट्स द एनर्जी इन द फॉर्म ऑफ हीट लाइक लाइट, उस फॉर्म में अपनी एनर्जी को रेडिएट करेगा। दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ एन एटम। इफ यू हैव एनी क्वेश्चन इन दिस देन यू कैन आस्क। मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक 5 मार्क्स क्वेश्चन, यहाँ से आपके आगे एनर्जी बैंड डायग्राम स्टार्ट होगी, दैट इज बैलेंस्ड बैंड, कंडक्शन बैंड, व्हाट इज द एनर्जी बैंड डायग्राम ऑफ कंडक्टर्स, इंसुलेटर्स एंड सेमीकंडक्टर्स। सो इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट इन दिस स्लाइड you can ask, unmute yourself. Yes friends, I'm waiting for your response. Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Your voice is not audible properly, Sonali.
Ma'am, no doubt.
No doubt?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now next is properties of subatomic particles. You can note down these properties. First one is your particle, whether it's electron, proton or neutron, and इनका charge कितना है? What about mass? Now first note down electron का charge कितना होएगा? -1.6 into 10 raised to power -19. अब negative क्यों है? Because electrons are having a negative charge, and when we are talking about proton having positive charge, तो ये बन गया +1.6 into 10 raised to power -19. A neutron having no charge, no electric charge, that means charge is 0 in neutron. What about mass? Electron का mass है 9.1 into 10 raised to power -31 kg. Proton का है 1.672 into 10 raised to power -27 kg. And neutron का 1.674 into 10 raised to power -24 kg. Please note down. हाँ जी, done.
No, ma'am.
Okay, please do fast and please respond once done.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now next is atomic structure of some elements. One is hydrogen and second one is silicon. Hydrogen का कितना है number? That is 1, and for silicon it's 14. Now 1 means 1 electron is there, then 1 proton, and 14 means हर shell में कितने elements आते हैं? Yes, any one of you can tell me. Yes. I'm waiting for your response. You can also observe from here. Yes, tell me. I'm audible to all of you.
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ जी. First one is your hydrogen. Hydrogen has only one electron moving around one proton. This one is your proton, which is the nucleus of hydrogen atom. That is your nucleus, we can say origin. And only one electron is there. Second one is silicon, having atomic number is 14. अब फर्स्ट शेल में कितने होंगे, सेकेंड शेल में कितने एलिमेंट्स आएंगे, कितने इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आएंगे, पार्टिकल्स? यस राजेंद्र, एनी क्वेश्चन? See here in this 14, फर्स्ट शेल में 2 है, देन 8 एंड थर्ड शेल में 4 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है. 4 plus 8 12 plus 2 is 14. Please draw it. Then I will tell you the description of this silicon. Yes, done. Yes, friends, have you drawn?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now see here, in this silicon atom has 14 protons. I am writing here 14 protons and 14 neutrons in its nucleus. Also, there are 14 electrons which revolve around the nucleus. जिसने move करना है, revolve करना है. कितने electrons हैं? That is 14. You can note down. Silicon atom has 14 protons and 14 neutrons. Also, there are 14 electrons which revolve around the nucleus. There are 2 electrons in the first shell. You can see here 2 electrons in the first shell, then 8 electrons in the second shell, and 4 in third shell. Therefore, it has 4 valence electrons. Yes. Are you getting my point? What do you mean by valence electrons? हाँ जी, विशाल.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you mean by valence electrons?
मैम लास्ट शेल में जो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स होते हैं लेफ्ट होते हैं उसके शेल में कंप्लीट नहीं होते या फिर हाफ से कम होते हैं उसे वैलेंस शेल कहते
It
हैं.
is called as valence electrons. Second, in the outermost shell or orbit, can't accommodate more than 8 electrons. जो आपका outermost shell है, वो 8 से ज्यादा electrons को accommodate नहीं कर पाता. And electrons in the outermost shell of an atom is called valence electron. जो आपके इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आउटरमोस्ट शेल में होंगे एटम के, उसे हम वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन्स बोलते हैं. यू कैन नोट डाउन दिस पॉइंट. इलेक्ट्रॉन्स इन द इनर शेल. अब इनर शेल इसके बाद थर्ड के बाद हम सेकंड की अगर बात करें, इस शेल की बात कर रही हूँ. See here, the electrons in the inner shell don't leave the atom. Why? Because the inner shells are completely filled and their electrons are tightly bounded. So in electrons को बोलते हैं bounded electrons. जो inner shell है वो उसके electrons अपने आप को leave नहीं कर सकते. Why? Because they are completely filled. और इन electrons को ये tightly bound होते हैं, इनको बोलते हैं bounded electrons. Please note down bounded electrons. Done? Have you noted? Third point is the electrons can move in random manner. Randomly ये electrons move कर सकते हैं and can travel from one atom to another atom. So the electrons have ability to move in this fashion. जो electrons randomly move कर सकते हैं उन electrons को हम बोलते हैं free electrons. They can move freely. Randomly ये move कर सकते हैं, उनको बोलते हैं free electrons. Any material that is able to conduct electric current, that is only due to the presence of these free electrons. मैंने बोला if there is a movement of electron, that means there is a current. Definitely there is a current. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
अगर कंडक्शन होगी, वो कंडक्शन किसके कारण हो रही है? मूवमेंट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, फ्लो ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. दैट इज द डेफिनेशन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स. इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स में भी यही है, इलेक्ट्रोमैकेनिक्स. सो फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन्स क्या है? दे आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर कंडक्शन. So this is all about your structure of an atom and atomic structure of hydrogen and silicon. If you have any question in this, then tell me. 5 or 10 marks question. Explain the structure of an atom in detail. Or also describe the structure of a silicon atom. And what are valence electron, free electrons, bounded electrons, कौन-कौन से हैं? Is that clear? Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Now, any one of you can conclude the lecture, what we have covered today? Anyone?